This evening brought Ukrainian culture and classical music together in the heart of Los Angeles. A concert was held at the Ukrainian Cultural Center featuring works by Ukrainian composers. Watch our story to learn more about this unforgettable event. This concert was made possible thanks to the efforts of dozens of volunteers, led by the president of the Ukrainian Arts Center, Daria Chaikovska, who has been preserving Ukrainian culture in the diaspora for over 30 years. There is a first time for Ukrainian Arts Center to create classical music concert. What could you say about this experience?
Well, this is something brand new to the board, but I think we did a very good job for the first event. There was a lot of work to do, promotion, to do exposure, to have the invitations, but as you see, there is a public, and so this is our start. We have a series we have scheduled for June and September, and then in next year, 26th, we go on from here.
The people who bought tickets of the concert didn't know which specific Ukrainian composers they would hear. This was a deliberate idea by the founder and artistic director of the classical music series at the Ukrainian Art Center, Myroslava Khomik. The composers and their music you performed today were kept hidden from audience. What is the secret?
Imperialistic regime at that time was trying to rid of Ukrainian nation through getting rid of the most beautiful thought leaders in Ukraine. For us, it's important that we communicate and we tell the audience about these composers, how we personally discovered them. It's not that we're trying to keep the composers a secret, it's the opposite. We're actually trying to reveal them to the audience. That's why we talk about hidden gems.
That sounds ridiculous, but this is our Ukrainian reality. We are discovering wonderful, wonderful, great, amazing art that was locked up and hidden from us and taken from us for many, many years. And we only start to discover it right now.
Musicians, performers, should they support Ukraine and understand political situation or not? How do you think?
Well, I think musicians are no different from any other people. And I think it's everyone's civil duty to voice their opinion about injustice or about violence or things that are bad that are happening in the world. And the situation with Ukraine is very black and white. You can clearly see who is the aggressor and who is the victim here. So it's very important to people to voice their opinion. But for musicians, especially because they have audiences to talk to, and they also can use art to raise this matter to a bigger audience and promote Ukrainian art. Ukrainian art is also a victim of the same aggression. Today we talked about it in the concert. We played music by the composers who are forgotten and oppressed and prohibited by the Soviet regime. And we don't want this to happen in the future, because if right now, if you imagine the bad outcome of the situation, we can imagine that today's Ukrainian artists also will have same fate as the artists of the past. So we have to talk about this and bring people's attention to this.
Give it up once again for Myroslava Khomik and Pavlo Gintov.
I know this is this your first experience to work with Ukrainian Art Center?
This is my first time as a MC, as a host. I'm excited about it, and I've been in many events of Ukrainian Art Center before, just as a guest, as an audience member. It's always been very eclectic, high in cultural value. And it's nice to be subjected to that over and over and to see different kinds of events hosted by them, because they know how to do it classy, how to do it beautifully, how to introduce you to high art and just enrich you and your soul with good art.
We want to remind you all that after this concert, there will be a fundraiser. It's going to be an auction fundraiser for the art and some of the items. Every dollar will go towards ZSU, towards Ukrainian Armed Forces. So please be generous, please donate, please bid for those items.
Organizers believe in holding charity actions to support Ukraine. This has become a core principle of the Ukrainian Art Center since the start of the full-scale war.
Today's auction is geared to supply funds to a brigade or to whatever is necessary, most necessary, and there is a lot, as we all know, and hear on the news.
The famous Ukrainian blogger Pani Areta always support important events like today's concert.
У нас дуже рідко бувають такі, знаєш, прекрасні концерти, подібні щось того концерту, як цей. Тому що під час цієї війни дуже багато зупинилося всяких міроприємств, всяких. У нас були свої проблеми тут, ми все-таки переживаємо за Україну. Ми думаємо про те, що відбувається в Україні. І, звичайно, для нас це дуже мило і приємно прийти і побачити, що все-таки ми не падаємо духом, що ми сильні духом є. Це є дуже важливо. Так.
The largest donation of the Ukrainian army was raised by artist Katerina. She sold her painting for $2,200, and the entire amount will go to support the Ukrainian armed forces.
What could you say about your volunteer work here?
Me and my husband, we feel very, the survival guilt, like you are Ukrainian, but you live somewhere. So we do whatever we can. And when the full-scale invasion started, we agreed that all my works will be dedicated to our front line. So people who are held in the skies, because of whom we are hearing our parents' voices. We are working by supporting front lines, medical supplies and drones, 3D printers.
The auction also featured works by the artist known by the pseudonym Pavlovich. His assistant Inga is representing him.
So what can I say about Pavlovich's work is that it's very unique. He combines history of past with the modern present, and through very bold colors and very impressive bold strokes and movements, he creates a unique blend of what I would say resembles Ukraine the most. It's very powerful, strong, and very emotional. Once you take a look at it, the bright colors are so capturing that they're not going to let go of you that easily. I would say that he sends a message about Ukraine's unbreakable spirit in this face of war, and he showcases our culture, and art is one of the most important medias there are to actually create and look towards something better in the face of this whole destruction that's going on.
The organizers consider the first concert a success and hope for the same, if not better, results during the next 4 concerts scheduled for 2025 and early 2026.
We're so grateful for your support, for your enthusiasm, for shared passion. Please come say hello. We'll meet you back there, and please come back. We would love to see you.